Hi folks, my name is Molly Hall and welcome to Channel 1 News. Today we have a very special investigative report on a little restaurant located in the heart of southern Alabama. Located in Alabaster, Joe's Italian claims to be an authentic Italian restaurant. They pride themselves on being family-oriented and having great service. They especially pride themselves on the authenticity and quality of their food. But our investigative reporter Rachel has a different story. Rachel?
If you judge a restaurant by its outside, you probably wouldn't think much of Joe's Italian at first glance. First of all, it's obscured by a mass subdivision and its outward appearance closely resembles that of an outlet mall. However, inside you'll find yourself in a whole other country, Italy to be exact. Inside they've hung tons of pictures of their family, as well as quaint little Italian knickknacks, which overall create a pleasing Italian atmosphere. Once you sit down, you shouldn't be surprised to find sit-down restaurant prices. A customer at Joe's can expect to pay anywhere from $5.95 to $22.99 on a single entree. Still, what Joe's may lack in affordability, they make up in portion size and excellent service. First, Joe's brings out their standard appetizer, free of charge, which is their bottomless fresh bread and olive oil with herbs. Definitely a nice change from the typical butter rolled and breadsticks. Their fresh and unique appetizer seems to be a hit too. Many people seem to really enjoy the fresh bread, including our expert food critic, Josh Miller.
Well, I found their endless bread to be acceptable.
Just moments after you finish with the bread, the waiter is sure to promptly bring out your table's food. Although Joe's offers many classic Italian dishes, from pollo fettuccine alla panna to cheese pizza, we decided to focus on a classic Italian dish that has room for interpretation and originality, the lasagna, otherwise known as lasagna bianca at Joe's Italian. After our amazing appetizers, service, and atmosphere, our expectations of the main course were high. Yet the lasagna was anything but satisfying. Our next expert food critic, Joseph Wolfork, can tell you more about it.
When I first got it, it was definitely different. I hadn't seen anything like it before. On my plate, it looked like somebody had just gotten a bunch of marinara sauce and smacked it on my plate. I couldn't even really tell that there was lasagna there. It was all covered. And so underneath, after I finally pushed marinara sauce to the sides of the plate and I could see what my actual meal was, it was, I have to say I was disappointed. It was, just looking at it, I could tell that there was nothing really in it. It was just pasta and marinara sauce. There was cheese bits sprinkled all over it, and then I could see little flecks of ground beef and stuff, but there wasn't really anything to it. It didn't seem like lasagna to me.
After a heaping of filling bread and what's sure to be a stuffing main course, it's nearly impossible to imagine you'd still be hungry for more. But just in case you're still craving that Italian taste, you can always purchase one of Joe's Italian colossal slices of cake. Pretty impressive, huh? If by some miracle you left room for dessert, Joe's Cake will certainly fill it up. Not only do they give their customers great portion sizes, but the critics agree that this cake is delicious. Our last expert food critic, Hannah Gamble, can tell you more about it.
The sizes were so huge. You could share the whole thing with 4 or 5 other friends and still feel full and like you could actually enjoy the cake because the flavors and the tastes are amazing. They taste like a cake that your grandmother would make.
Of course, no matter how great the service is, or how beautiful the atmosphere is, or even how reasonable the prices are, what really matters at Joe's Italian is the food, and quite frankly, it was a disappointment. The desserts are delicious, and the appetizers are delicious, but the main entree seemed to fall short. In fact, the lasagna was probably the most disappointing dish of all. When you come to Joe's Italian, you should expect authentic Italian cuisine. Not Stouffer's, not Olive Garden, you want authenticity. However, at Joe's, that's just not what they offer. Consequently, our food critics gave Joe's Italian food a 2 out of 5.
Thank you, Rachel. Your investigations always have me on the edge of my seat. Well, folks, this concludes our special report on Joe's Italian. Tune in tomorrow when we review technology in the classroom.